Hey guys, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to put my phone on Do Not Disturb because somebody's blowing my phone up right now and it's not time for that. Crazy. Jenna? Oh boy, hell. Hold on. Oh my god. Okay, now I'm just hearing myself back. What a shit show. I was hoping you would come on. Yep, I'm here. You can hear me? Good. Okay, Butter Crumpet, hello. Moderate Carb Maven, hello. I'm not going to be here very long. We are just about to sit down to dinner. But I just wanted to, I guess, address what's going on um, over there on Callie's stream. Not you, you're cooking. um, so it seems that Callie, well, first of all, Callie's blocked on my Twitter, okay? Also, as of I don't even know what time. Hold on, guys. I need to pop my chat out. Um, as of yesterday evening, like I think, hey, Cats Rule, nobody, don't like anybody. I blocked Shane on my Twitter last night as well. You are making homemade ravioli. I blocked Shane on my Twitter. And let's see, where is it? I posted a screenshot. Here we go. 7:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time last night, March 30th, 2022. I blocked Shane on Twitter, right? And I didn't unblock him even after he super chatted me earlier today during my live stream and apologized for what he said back in December. I accepted his apology, but I didn't unblock him on Twitter because as soon as I got off my live stream, we left. We went and we had some errands to run. And we've been gone, and quite frankly, I wasn't thinking about it. That was a 3 hour live stream, and he came in pretty close to the beginning and apologized. So, like, 3 hours had passed, the whole live stream had passed. Like, nobody was thinking about unblocking Shane on Twitter, right? So, Shane remains unblocked. So Callie is assuming that Shane saw a tweet that I responded to after my live stream. And okay, first of all, she's saying that this tweet, or that I responded to this tweet at 10:28 a.m. this morning, which is not true. The tweet was posted by the person who posted it at 10:28 a.m. this morning. I did not see it until after my live stream, which was like my live stream got over at like 2 o'clock p.m., right? So let's see. What time did I respond to that tweet? I responded to the tweet at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But Callie is saying that I responded to the tweet at 10:30 this morning, and this is the timeline she's making. Callie thinks that I responded to the tweet at 10:30 this morning, which doesn't make sense, first of all, or 10:25 this morning, and that Shane super chatted me the apology for what he said about me having COVID in December after I responded to this tweet, which is not how it went down. And I apologize, guys. I didn't get these screenshots ready. What an idiot. But I'll just do that right now so I can put them up on the screen. So hold on. Capture that. That's the response. This is what time I blocked Shane on Twitter last night. This is the tweet that she is saying I responded to at 10:28 a.m., but I did not respond to it until much later, hours later, and after Shane super chatted me, right? Okay. Streamlabs. This is literally so ridiculous. I can't even believe that I'm addressing this shit. It's so stupid. Remove. And one, it's funny though, because like the queen of context herself, Callie over there, is literally having an entire unhinged live stream over there. And it's all based on shit that she took completely out of context. Like, we want a quick lesson on context, Callie? Here it is, right? Okay. So let's see this one. Let me take my thumbnail off. I did that one. Wait. Well, let's just put this up here first since it's here. Like, whatever. Let me make it bigger. Can you all see this? This shows what time I blocked Shane yesterday. 7:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on March 30th, which was yesterday. I blocked Shane. I said, "Well, Shane, I actually felt bad for you. Meh, whatever." And I blocked him. So there's that. Now this one is, whoa, hold on. Lock that, I guess. I guess drop it down, whatever. This is stupid. Okay. Oh, no, not that one. Hold on. Let's show this one. Not that one. This one. Okay. So this is the tweet. Miss Calla Lily tweeted me today at 10:28 a.m. March 31st, which I'm pretty sure I had just gone live. I hadn't been live very long, right? Puffy Kitten, thank you so much. You're the best, Sam. Love to you. And Yaba, thank you for the super chat. So this is not my tweet. This is not my response. I didn't even see it until after my live stream. So this is the tweet that she says I responded to at 10:28. And this is what she's basing her timeline on. I started my live stream about 10 o'clock this morning. Shane came in pretty quick after that, somewhere towards the beginning, and said, you know what? Actually, hold on. I can tell you what time I went live because my daughter FaceTimed me. In fact, you can even hear me. Oh, no, I guess it was after that. Whatever. Okay, anyway, she's basing all of her unhingedness in her stream right now, trying to somehow connect Shane to this, right? By saying that I responded to this tweet on the screen at 10:28 a.m. and Shane super chatted me shortly after that, which is not how it went down. So the tweet reads this. At the end, talking about Nova's stream from last night, because that's what we were reviewing, right? We were reviewing Nova's stream from last night. At the end, they asked her if she ever asked her community for money ever, anytime while she was on YouTube. And we didn't see that part because we didn't review all of Nova's stream, right? I had to cut the live stream off and we had to go do what we were doing. Thank you so much for the super sticker. At the end, they asked her if she ever asked her community for money ever, anytime while she was on YouTube, and she said no. The chat said, what about when she asked for money for her cousin during the riots in 2020? The panel said, okay then, and closed up the show. So I was like, wow. So they asked her a question. She answered. She said no. The chat said, yes, she did. And instead of addressing that, Nova's panel, and saying, well, wait, we asked you a question, you answered, and the chat is saying otherwise, what says you? Instead of that happening, Nova just ended her stream. And one of the main points of my stream earlier today, and the whole point and reason and reviewing Nova's stream from last night is because across the board, the sentiment was that Nova's stream was a bunch of bullshit because They didn't ask her the tough questions. The few questions they did ask her, she did not answer, and they allowed it. So, what was the point of the whole stream? We got no answers, we got no receipts, we got no clarification. Exactly, Rad Plaid. It was a big hug box. So when this person tweets me and says, hey, guess what? Even at the end of the stream, they asked her a question. She answered. The chat said, that answer ain't right because she did this in 2020. Instead of addressing it, they just ended the stream. So my response to that was, wow. Hold on. Is it that one? No. Sorry, guys. I suck at this. My response to that wasn't until. Why is it doing that? Oh, where's my girlfriend when I need her? Okay, there we go. It's still. Sorry, guys. I'm like not doing this right. Unlock that one. See that one. Do not see that one. I only want to see this one. Don't want to see that. I want to see this. Okay, Jesus. So my response was, wow. I'll cover that next live. Thank you for letting us know. And I responded to it at 1:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which was right after I got off my live stream. What the fuck? Lock that one. Unlock this one. Jesus Christ. There. So I'm laughing at Yaba's comment about the fucking cheddar ravioli. Anyway, so at the very beginning of Callie's stream this evening, the one she's doing right now, she makes a point of like laying out this timeline of Shane super chatting me after I supposedly liked this tweet at 10:30 this morning, and she's like, therefore Shane knew, what Sam's response to the tweet was, and then he super chatted her. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Oh, she went off. Of course she did. Totally fine. Hold on. Picture in picture. Stupid intro. Don't care about that. Are you guys even listening to me, or are we all worried about the cheese situation in the Yaba and Sam household? Like, what are we really doing here? Why can't I get this stream to, okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Unmute my desktop audio, and this needs to come down here. Y'all can't see the picture in picture. Hell, hold on. God, what a shit show. Sorry, guys. Picture in picture. Done. Is that the right size? Yes. Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's still pinned. The tweets that are pinned in chat are indeed my issue. Okay. I'm going to start this live stream off by saying
Hold on. Jesus. I'm all over the place.
tap. Um,
Yes, baby, you can use my food stamps for the mozzarella. Does Sam really expect the fatty community to not talk about cheese? Okay, good point.
I know I've been dropping receipts on my ex for the past like week, all week. I've been dropping receipts on him to show y'all because obviously nobody knows all the dirt like how I do. Nobody sees because nobody knew him like how I did. But now we're crossing into different territory. I'm straight. Seriously. After this stream, I'm still making my video on him. This last bullshit cap, done. Clearly, me dropping receipts did its job. It did too much of the job. This is sick.
She says, this is sick. What's sick, Callie? What is it? You tell us.
I was dropping receipts to show you all the motives behind the actions because I understand how hard it is to believe and all that shit. I thank y'all for listening, and I thank y'all for giving me your time, and I thank y'all for all that. I thank y'all for supporting me the way you have. I'm going to try my best to not get emotional during this stream because these are the type of streams where this is going to blow up into a shit show no matter how far direct I am, and I'm just thankful for the ones who are here to hear it. I'm going to start off by asking you all a question. If you all remember a certain live stream, which I have in my tab, I never deleted it, and I'm going to link it in chat for you all. I'm going to link it in chat, okay? Mods, just be on your shit. I don't care. All my mods, I trust in y'all.
Hug box.
Take care of it. I don't care. I can't because I don't even have the wherewithal. Seriously. If you remember a live stream that I did that was titled Important, where I cry and I talk to you all.
I sped her up. I'm only going to play the very beginning where she lays out the timeline so you can all hear and see for yourselves that she just plain got it wrong.
About the Black Lives Matter riots. And I mentioned family that I had up in Minneapolis and how they were negatively affected. This is the truth. One of my cousins that I had to help move down to Chicago, he's a trans man, a Black young trans man. Okay? If you remember this stream, can I just get Black hearts in my chat? I did this in June 2020. Can you get Black hearts in my chat if you remember that stream? Okay. Hey, Cass, I love you. You all remember? Oh, Alex, yeah, Anne, okay. We're going to visit that stream. We're going to play some clips from that stream. However, I cannot play clips from that stream until I show you this. Whatever. Okay, y'all remember that stream. All right, fine. That's enough. So, I hope you all can see well. These tweets are pinned in the chat. This is my issue.
This is her issue, guys.
So, it came to my attention this morning that my ex apologized to Sam about the COVID jokes, okay?
He did.
Okay, that's fine, whatever, between them. However, I did make the statement of apologizing when caught is disingenuous, because it is. He's only apologizing because he was caught. And I guess he still wants to make nice with them, because one thing he knows for sure is that Sam and Yaba will probably continue covering me, which that's fine. We addressed this yesterday. However, it's this particular stream in particular, like how I clean stuff up real fast. This is going to take me a while because this is insane shit. He apologized to Sam this morning during her stream about me. He sent a super chat. That's the receipt of that. It's in the pinned tweets. He told Sam, I'm sorry, Sam, that was messed up on my part. So he, like I said, apologizing for the
Thank you for the super chat, Kendalls.
COVID jokes, right? Whatever. That's between them. We've been new, okay? There's no loyalty there. There's a motive. There's a motive here, and the motive is sick, and the motive is screaming. But this, I can't. I'm done. He's gonna get his video, but I'm done. I'm done dropping receipts on him on Twitter. I'm done with this stupid shit. I'm done. Because you want to know what Sam tweeted after? At around 10:28 a.m. Okay, I'm done. He's gonna get his video, but I'm done. I'm done dropping receipts on him on Twitter. I'm done with this stupid shit. I'm done. Because you want to know what Sam tweeted after? At around 10:28 a.m. I'm done. Because you want to know what Sam tweeted after? At around 10:28 a.m. I'm done. Because you want to know what Sam tweeted after? At around 10:28 a.m.
Sam did not tweet anything at around 10:28 a.m. I tweeted at 1:45 p.m. Miss Calla Lily tweeted at 10:28 a.m. Number one. Number two, Shane was blocked from my Twitter last night at 7:30 p.m. and remains blocked to this very moment. Vinyl Tag, thank you for the super chat.
Okay. Sam. Oh my God. It's no secret that the antis have migrated over towards like Yaba and Sam's camp, and I think they're over there.
First of all, I don't even know who the antis are. So, blah, 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 blah about the quote-unquote antis migrating over to the Sam and Yaba camp. Can somebody in the chat please tell me who the antis are? I don't know who the antis are. Who is she talking about? You can see in the screenshot that she puts up on her video that it's not my tweet at 10:20 whatever a.m. Can y'all see that? Hold on. Can I make this bigger? Of course I can. It shows it right there. This is not my tweet at 10:28 a.m. It's not. What are you talking about? I have no idea who the antis are. I just don't know. Let me put this back the way it was. Oh, is that right? Right there? Okay. Next, Hussy, Peanut, DC, Fedora, GG. What? Those are the antis? Can't stand an eggs. Have nothing to do with a Hussy. Has Hussy been in my chat and I missed it? Peanut, fuck a Peanut. Has Peanut been in this chat? No. Fuck a DC. We don't get down with DC. Fedora, hate her. Gigi gets blocked in my chat. No, I didn't reply 29 minutes after that tweet. I replied literally hours, like 3 hours after that tweet. What are you talking about? Chef Maiku, here. Let's show it again. I replied at 1:45 p.m. 10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1. 3 hours and 20 minutes later. 3 hours and 20 minutes later is when I replied. What are you talking about? 10:28 a.m. "10:28 a.m. is the original tweet. I replied at 1:45 p.m. 3 hours and 20 minutes later. Unreal. And what are you talking about? The antis? Literally, if the people that person up there in my chat listed are the antis, it is publicly and well known that me and Yaba literally fuck with none of them. Oh, it says 29 minutes because whoever took the screenshot took it 29 minutes after Sam tweeted. Thank you, Deanne. This is Pam. Well, these are the actual timestamps that I'm showing on these screenshots of these tweets. It shows exactly what time the original tweet was composed and what time I replied to it. 3 hours and 20 minutes later.
It's no secret that the antis have migrated over towards like Yaba and Sam's camp, and I think they're over there with Gaining Ground and all them still. But the antis, the same antis who were on their racist campaigns, like Citron Dream, Fatty Gold, remember them?
Since when?
Remember them from back in the
Who
day?
are those people?
They're all the same folks over there. They've migrated right now, especially on Twitter. The antis are like revving up Sam. Hey, Chris, good.
There's not a single anti on my Twitter revving a damn thing up. What are you talking about? Are you spreading misinformation and horse shit on your channel again? Is that what you're doing, Calandra? Callie circled her notes to cover the timestamp on Sam's tweet. That's shady as hell. Oh, I have to repeat everything 3 times or it won't sink in. Buttercrumpet, I have absolutely no idea. We don't fuck with these anti people, whoever they are. And that's well known publicly.
Good to see you here, babe. Good to see you. Hey, Gabriella. Yeah, my stomach is turning. I can't, like, I just came off my member stream. I'm tripping out. Right now, and I'm just going to let Sam know because I see it. She doesn't have to listen to me. She doesn't have to pay attention. It's fine. But I know what's happening to her right now, and she can fall for it. She can take the bait. She can da-da-da. Sam, you're being revved up right now, just like how a certain person was who's off of the platform. I'm not saying I'm not threatening your platform. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying you're being revved up with some really false information, which I'm going to clarify.
Sweet pea. This is kind of interesting because for those of you who watch my live streams, you know that I made the same plea to Callie in my last 2 live streams and let her know that she is being, and the proper term is gassed up. Do y'all remember when I let Calandra over here know that she's being gassed up, and by whom? Who is going to be the end? Who's going to bring Calandra to an end on YouTube? Who's going to end her? Who's gassing her up to hell and back? Who's going to be the downfall of the Life is a Free Spirit Calandra? Alex Glitter Queen. So I tell you, Callie, listen, hear me, because I know you're listening. Alex Glitter Queen is gassing you up, and she is going to be your downfall. And here we are, 2 days later. Calandra over here is pleading with me to listen. And she's telling me I'm being revved up by these antis who I don't even know who a fucking anti is. Are you serious?
Sam, you're being revved up right now, fine, but I know what's happening to her right now. And I'm just going to let Sam know because I see it. She's on my member stream. I'm tripping out. Right now, and I'm just going to let Sam know because I see it. She doesn't have to listen to me. She doesn't have to pay attention. It's fine. But I know what's happening to her right now, and she can fall for it. She can take the bait. She can da-da-da. Sam, you're being revved up right now, just like how a certain person was who's off of the platform. I'm not saying I'm not threatening your platform. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just saying you're being revved up with some really false information, which I'm going to clarify. but you're being revved up. Okay. Now, I'm letting you know they're gonna wind you up, sir. Okay.
Calandra, the only person that winds me up is Yaba. That's it. Just Yaba. She's a whole ass clown. She really is.
In regards to the stream I did in 2020, this person's like, at the end of the day, they asked her if she ever asked for. Yeah, they're fucking mad about that stream I did last night with Yado and Nova. So this person was like, oh, and at the end, they asked her if she ever asked her community.
Right, because that's what we were talking about. That's what we were covering, Calandra. We weren't covering your crisis stream. No. Didn't even play any of it. We were covering the stream from last night on Nova's channel. And we were pointing out all the times that Nova and her panel let you get away with either flat out not answering questions, or they accepted your word salad, your meaningless word salad, as answers to questions. And there was no context provided to anything that you so adamantly insist was wrong. So this person was pointing out yet another example during the Nova stream where you gave false information and bullshit, saying, no, I've never cried on the internet for money before, never ever. And you got to wonder why they asked that question, right? Why did they ask that question? Did they already know about this stream from 2020? Yeah, but quit. Thank you for the super chat. Demonetized. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I think I'm getting a really important phone call, and I might have to end this stream because that triggered the hell out of me. Demonetized. Yeah, but girl, everything gonna be okay. Thank you for the super chat. The point of it all was that there was another instance in that stream where you either beat around the bush, offered up word salad as an answer. Before, you said no, the chat said yes, and instead of addressing it, they ended the stream. To which I replied, wow, I will cover that on my next live. Thank you for letting us know, because we didn't finish reviewing the stream today. We didn't finish reviewing Nova stream because I had been on for 3 hours and we had shit to do. And I got a late start. $86 in gas and still no cheese. Wow. Somehow this is all going to be my fault by the time she gets home. How is Sam ever going to recover from those harsh words, Yaba? Yeah, demonetized. Thank you for the super chat. So anyhow, your context, Callie, was completely wrong. Once again, I was not saying that I was going to review the 2020 stream where you exploited the murder of George Floyd, where you exploited the riots following the murder of George Floyd. I would never do that because I, unlike you, Callie, am an actual activist. It's well documented. And I take my work as an activist very, very seriously. I have worked very closely in partnership with national news media outlets in my work as an activist. And I would never on my platform in any way, shape, or form, for any reason, cover the exploitation of the events of summer 2020, where the murder of George Floyd is concerned, or any of the riots and the things that happened in the wake of that. Now, I know there were people in your chat saying that I was just backpedaling, that I'm just backpedaling now. But literally, there are hundreds and hundreds of people on this platform who followed me during that time. And I did not become an activist in May of 2020. I did not become an activist in June of 2020. I was an activist working alongside other members of my community, elected officials, national news media outlets, for 2 years before the riots, the murder of George Floyd and the riots of 2020. And that's well documented. I single-handedly took on not only the South Bend Police Department, but the then mayor and presidential candidate, Pete Buttigieg, in the summer of 2019, following the murder of an unarmed black man in the city of South Bend by a known and documented racist police officer. That murder took place in South Bend on Father's Day 2019. You can look it up. And when I say that I took on the South Bend Police Department and presidential candidate Mayor Pete Buttigieg in regards to that murder, I exposed the South Bend Police Department the officer who murdered that man, the unarmed black man in South Bend, turned his body camera off before he encountered him. His name was Eric Logan. He turned his body camera off before he shot that man to death. Years prior to this incident, that officer had been reported by 2 separate police officers who he was training for making racist remarks. 2 separate police officers that he was training. The racist police officer's name was Ryan O'Neal. The officer who murdered Eric Logan, his name was Ryan O'Neal. And on 2 separate occasions, years before Eric Logan was murdered by him, he had been reported by 2 other officers he was training for making racist remarks, right? And it was written up, but it was brushed under the rug. And he actually ended up getting promoted after that. I was already on the South Bend Police Department's ass over their officers not using their body cameras. And when it came out that Eric Logan had been shot to death in the early morning hours of Father's Day 2019, my community was waiting for the body camera footage because it was Ryan O'Neal's word against a dead man's that Eric Logan was or was not armed. Ryan O'Neal claimed that Eric Logan had a knife in his hand and that he threw it at the police officer, and that's why he was shot to death. So, of course, naturally, the members of my community were waiting to see the body camera footage. And then we found out there was no body camera footage, that he had turned his body camera off. I already had screenshots of the City of South Bend's police department's body camera policy as it was posted on their public facing website. So I already, in my computer, my personal computer, knew and had proof of what their body camera policy was. And if you're familiar with how Apple works with their screenshots, it saves it in your iCloud and it date and time stamps it for you. So there was no doubt of the date and time that I screenshotted the South Bend Police Department's body camera policy, right? So when this murder took place, there was a town hall meeting. Pete Buttigieg was there. The chief of police was there. CNN was there. Many national news outlets were there. And they tried to lie to the community about what the body camera policy was and the verbiage of the body camera policy. Basically, that's how they were going to weasel their way out of holding this police officer accountable for having turned his body camera off. Well, I went back to the South Bend Police Department's website prior to this town hall to review the body camera policy on the website. And what do you know, lo and behold, what I found was that after Eric Logan's murder, the body camera policy that was posted on the South Bend Police Department's website was completely different than the policy posted prior to Eric Logan's murder. And the city of South Bend is was at the time, so ridiculous that their website they had for the police department actually had the date, time, and stamp of when the policy was swapped out on the website. And it was absolutely after Eric Logan's murder. It said it right there. And I'm not going to get into all the details about it because it has been several years since I, gathered all that information and went to battle. Okay? But my point is, I was really involved in that. And I went to great lengths to expose the corruption and the racism in my community's police department and local government. So for Callie to say or assume that I would review her live stream from the summer of 2020 that centered around the riots following the murder of George Floyd, that makes me sick. I didn't just put myself at risk, Cats Rule. I put a target not only on my back, but I put a target on my kids' backs, my family. I mean, we were legitimately in danger. But it didn't stop me, and I didn't back down. I went to city council meetings. I went to Board of Public Safety meetings. I called out every single member of the Board of Public Safety publicly, very publicly. Yolanda, thank you for the super chat. You spoke truth to power, period. Exactly, Cat's rule. Put my entire family at risk for an entire community. So, no, I take my work as an activist very seriously, and there's no way that I would have sat here on my channel in the fatty community and reviewed a live stream that centered around the murder of George Floyd and the riots that took place after that. And for her viewers to, just accuse me of backpedaling. Oh, now she's backpedaling. Now she's saying that's not what she was going to do. And fuck you, basically, fuck you. So say what you want, Callie and friends. Don't care. I know who I am. The people that have followed me on YouTube for 6 years, love me or hate me, they know who I am. And I would just never do that. Like, end of. Thank you for the super chat, JoJo. That's really, I just wanted to come on here and clear that up. Callie, it might be time for you to log off for a few days and really think before you act. And I really think you need to take a step back and really look closely at the absolute horse shit that Alex Glitter Queen has escorted you through. She literally has you stepping in shit bombs everywhere you turn. She's not your friend. She's over there digging up more bullshit about me. All of it touched on my real life. You keep screaming you're not going to touch on our real lives, yet your number one right-hand man is doing nothing but slapping my real life bullshit all over her Twitter. It's not going to end well for you. Every single person on the internet who was involved in that real life bullshit, when my real life was touched and I was slandered all over the internet, and a former friend of mine was hauled up onto the platform and she told lie after lie and slandered and defamed me, every single one of those people who were named in the court proceedings that resulted in that, none of them will say my name on the internet to this day. Callie, I'm not just saying that. That's the fucking truth. None of them will even say my name on the internet to this day. So you keep following little Miss Alex Glitter Queen around all over the internet, and you keep lapping it up. You keep following her from shit pile to shit pile to shit pile. But just ask around, Callie. Because I never lose. I have the time. I have the resources. And I have the stamina. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Scara says, South Bend Sam trumps South Side Cali, and don't you ever forget it. Thank you guys so much for coming to my live stream, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. I am going to be doing that video on Amberlynn, so I hope you all watch it. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and log off. I'm going to have dinner with my family, and I'm going to give all of you some time to really think about